Hello. So I'm in the car park outside of North Warwickshire Borough Council. It's Thursday night, it's just gone 8 o'clock, and we've just had a meeting of full council. This was the meeting that was cancelled 3 weeks ago following an accident with one of the councillors on the car park. I hope she's well. She's also not attending tonight because she's had to go in for an emergency operation. I wish her all the best. What we've had this evening, I made a speech on a motion. I made a speech on a motion that came forward for that original meeting. And in that speech I said I felt that the actions that led to that motion in relation to the hardship fund shamed us all because it was party politicking over the interests of residents. I think what we've seen tonight is even worse. Because again, we've seen party politicking unashamedly and somewhat taking, even seen to legitimise it. And that's not just only the interests of residents, it's over the ability of anyone to actually function in the role in acting as representative. It's been a fuck you to democracy. I don't wish to overstate it in terms of its importance. This is a fairly minor issue in global events and affairs. But in terms of North Warwickshire, if there was only one motion tonight that actually was going to impact on anyone within the borough. And when you work in this environment, there's governance and there's meant to be transparency and openness. And we were meant to act in relation to the Nolan principles, which encourage respect. And what happened today was the motion was proposed and immediately amended. Now, I asked, and there was an adjournment given for 5 minutes for people to go and consider what the response to that amendment was. Now, bear in mind is that papers are meant to come out a week in advance. And bear in mind that this meeting has been cancelled for 3 weeks. And I asked during that 5 minutes to the leader of the council who proposed that amendment, I said, were you planning on doing this 3 weeks ago? And he said, I couldn't possibly comment. Something similar, or whatever. And I said, I think that's terrible. I said, how am I meant to do my job in assessing things that talked about budgets and £50,000 here and £3,000 there and £35,000 here to go and make my judgment as to whether it's in the best? I need to go out and actually find out how many people this is going to impact in my ward and what the overall consideration is going to be. And if there was any attempt to build consensus, that would have been done well in advance and it would have been co-produced. But none of that. None of that. And why? Because it was around party politicking. And what is worse in relation to that, and what is absolutely massively hypocritical, it's absolutely fantastic, is that the Conservative group at the end as well requested a recorded vote, which is basically, it gets voted which way people vote on each individual issue. And the fact is that it's really interesting, because it's only happened once before and I proposed it. And I don't know why I proposed it, because I published my voting record. Does anyone else? Yeah? Now, I detailed that I was going to abstain. And the reason why I abstained is because I didn't have the information to make an informed choice. And the reason I didn't have the information to make an informed choice was because it was deliberately denied to me. Yeah? In actual fact, it's not deliberately denied to me personally, but it's deliberately denied to anyone who wasn't in on it. Now, the question is that were the Jordan Independents in on it? They voted for it. But again, the actions, and the determination, and to go and do it. And the justification was, we're all elected, and this is a political environment. Well, it's only a political environment if you choose it to be so. And the fact is if you choose to be defined by your party affiliation, well, fair enough. But the fact is that you're not voted on as a party political candidate. You're voted in as an individual. Now, if you decide that you are going to put the interests of your own personal career within a party political framework, or you're going to vote alongside party lines rather than the interests of the residents, well, you do that. You do that. But be honest about it. because you are no longer representing the interests of your local residents. You're representing the interests of a political party. And if people want to go and play politics, go and have a debating society, go and do some role playing or whatever. But this is people's lives. And the fact is that if you are not enabling councillors to make decisions that are informed, and you are denying their ability to do that, then that is an affront to democracy, and that's an affront to governance. And it might be fairly minor, but honestly, the level of respect it shows to individuals that we're meant to represent is so poor. It's so poor. What am I going to do about it? Well, you keep going, don't you? Yeah. I'm quite happy to justify any decision that I've made or try to, and I'm quite welcome to accept any challenge. But I'm just going to say this, is that when you do put things forward and you do look to share learning and you do look to open up things in relation to welfare, and you go and do it to local councillors who border onto your area, and none of them from one political group even bother to acknowledge your email, how much are you actually interested in the welfare of the individuals within your constituency or your ward? Yeah, well, good luck, take care. You know where to find me if you need me. All the best, bye-bye.